So, hi and welcome back. This is our Unreal Engine 5 tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 50. And in this video, we continue with our AI setup. And we had a problem. The problem was when I start the game, you can see it. Our AI just slided to us. He was not walking to us. The walk animation was not activated. And to fix this, we have to go to our folder, and in our folder to our folder, which let me dock this here, and to the folder where it says AI enemy, and to our animation blueprint for our AI. So we open this one up, and the problem is this animation blueprint was a copy of my character. So we have not set up this from scratch. We have just copied this from our player character. And that's a problem because all the code, what we have here, this reference here, and a little bit also here, the use cases are reference to my player character, but I want to use it a reference to my AI character now. So we have rewrite a little bit here, but the good thing is not all. We have just to rewrite this cast here and perhaps set up again this variable and then change this variables here in front. Let's get into it. So what we have to do is just disconnect this one, go here on top, make a cast. This time you can see here it casts to this player character. We want a cast to our own AI character, and I called my BP enemy, oops, there is it. Not careful, not ABP. This is the animation blueprint, not this one. That's very important. You have to select blueprint because this one is not what we want cast. We are right now in the animation blueprint. We want cast to the blueprint enemy AI in my case. So, and then we get another problem, and this problem occurs often, but there is a standard solution how we get this object, right? And because this time, if it's the player character, there was a very easy trick. You say get owning actor, or you say get player character 0, or get player control or something like that, and you get all time the object. But if you are casting to an object, this works not, and there is the standard thing what you can make works 1990%, and it's called get all actors of class. Get all actors of class. Very important when you do this one. Don't do this one in an tick event or here after this one. Never do it after this one, because this one is an update animation, which means this one is similar like a tick event. This one will be all time updated. This one will be only initialized one time at start. That's why we have to do it here, and that's okay. That's not harming. That's costing not too much performance. So, and what we and how we use this get all actors of class, we already did this, I think, one time. So we choose the actor which we want. Actually, my goal is to get this object here. So I need this actor BP enemy AI. I choose this one here, BP underscore enemy. This is the actor, and then this will make a list and find all what he can find with this name here. And from this list we need to get the first element, because the first element will probably this one, and we say then get this get node, and this get node will from the list the first element in this case. That's why it's here a 0. This is the first array entry, and then you can just connect this here to the object, and we have already made our cast here. So we have already changed the first part, and this part and this part are only setting the new variables. So we can see they are set here. What we can do is very simple. We can go here, right click, promote to variable, and now this variable is created. I keep it as BP enemy AI, and then what I need is also access to the movement component of this one. Okay, then I make here get movement, and if you scroll down, then you see here where it says character variables, character, and then get character movement. This is the movement component. And here we make the same thing. We create from here a variable, right click on it, promote to variable. And now we have this character movement as a variable 2. And variable means all time we have access to this one, we have access to this one with these variables. Nice. With that said, we have finished the first part. And before we delete this one, we have reset our things here on the bottom, because these variables which was created here, which we created here also, are used on the bottom. And let's change this before we reset it so we know what we have to replace. So here at the first part there is a SBP Infinity Warrior. Now we have created our own one. So we go to SBP enemy character, in my case AI, because this is my own. This one is the player character, this is the AI character. And how I change this to a valid, you can, after you get it, drag and drop, right click on this node here and go to the bottom where it says convert to validation get, and you see this one looks similar. And now we can connect this one here and is valid. We can connect here and we can delete this one. So we replace the first part. Perfect. And now we have also replaced this one. Here it says character movement. And we have, I have not renamed this really nice, I think, because this one is now called also character movement, which is not good normally, because the one which we have is, let's check this, which one we have. That was not good. Find references and set and get. So the first one here is the first one here we don't need is for the normal one, which we have to replace, and the character movement with 0 is the one which I created. Let's rename this and call this character movement AI. That would be much better, and yeah, that makes more sense. So, and now I know this is the AI, so I drag this here, get it, I delete this one here, and I replace this just with this line of code, because here it just get here the velocity. We already talked about this code because we created this, we recreated this one, or we copied this from the default one, and then I talked a little bit about this one. And I do the same thing for the other things too. Now I put this one in, and I think I put here one more in, and I replace them. And I press here Q, then it's automatically straight. And then I connect this one, select both, press Q, it's straight. And if you want more straight, this one too. So we are almost finished. When we press now, we can, first of all, we can delete this one. Don't need this one. Here we can write a faster comment. We press C, then we have a comment. And we write here something, what you want, what you think it's good. I just write here ref again, reference, just ref in this case, and later I can make it better, but this is just a reference to the character and some, yeah, not more. And I change again here the color. You can go here to the right side to change the color, and I just drag this down, and now they are similar. And with that said, let's go a little bit styling, because so I read later fast. And with that said, we can already test what we have, if this is working or not. Almost. There is still one mistake. Compile, save. The thing here is, you can ignore this one. It says we already have here, get this one out, but sometimes we still need this cast, so you can ignore this warning here. But important is here, we have not changed something very important, because we have not really analyzed what the mistake is. We just said the speed was not activating, right? And here are some logic, and we can, the real problem was here actually. This AND must says, this AND boolean means I want that both pins which comes in here must be true. This one will be true, but this one will never be true in our case. And the reason for that is the behind the scene, the bot acceleration is all time exactly 0, but really exactly. And when I change now this one to 1 here, you see this is now 0, 0, 1. And compile, and this should work already. Compile this one. And yes, it already worked. You see this acceleration was a problem too, but there is another solution. If you want, on the internet I found another solution. This is also very nice. And what he made on the internet, for example, what I found was just get rid of this hole and just check if the speed is changing. And if it's changing, he just set here this one to move. So he set here, let me show you this fast too. You can go from here and check greater. Let me see, greater. This was also a nice solution. If it's greater than 0, then he created here a new variable, promote this variable, and he called is moving or something. Is moving. This is just a bool, and now what you can do here is you can get rid of all of this code theoretically. You just get rid of this one, and this bool here you can connect directly from here, but it's better perhaps just to take this one here and connect this here, and this one should work too, and you get rid of all this checks here. And for a bot it's okay probably. And you see this one is even perhaps better, I don't know, you can decide. I keep just in mind both. This is probably not really needed, but I'm not sure, I have not tested. This was just a fast solution, and if you have a fast solution, the best thing is just keep them. So that was already our primitive setup for our AI, and with that said, I stop this video. But of course this one is just too simple move, right? We want later that the AI reacts anyhow, not just move to us, right? This is fine. He should move to us when he is close to us. He should start to fight us. For example, he should activate an animation too, or he should later walk around on this map here to check a position and all this kind of stuff. How we do this kind of stuff, this is a little bit more complicated because we have to set up there a little bit more, but this is just the foundation, what we created here, and yeah, it will be not too difficult. And with that said, if you have any questions, like all time, write it down in the comments. I try to answer them if there is any. And with that said, bye till next.